How's it going, guys? Here's 3 brick building tips with Mark and Steven, as well as covering a little bit of how we sort and store our Lego. So we'll dive right in here. We have got the first one is using bricks and plates to make sure you can have studs on all sorts of sides to your creations. So in this case, we're using bricks that have studs on the side, and then we're using these thinner plates in order to create a piece that has the studs on the side, but also matching the exact height of bricks going upright. So you have 2 plates on the bottom, and 1 regular brick is the same height as 2 bricks going sideways. This allows you to create some pretty cool creations, such as a brick wall, or even anything you can imagine that needs to go in the opposite direction of the way Lego usually goes upright.
You make that into a waterfall eventually.
Exactly. You could put blue bricks on the side to have a waterfall. You could have bark on a tree, bricks on a wall, any kind of interesting texture or different concepts you want to explore with Lego. And that can be applied multiple ways. Next thing we want to talk about is the concept called the Lowell Sphere, and that's basically an extension of the bricks on the side. In other words, you can create a small rounded shape using a variety of pieces using a special brick that has studs on all 4 sides as well as the top. And you use several of those on the inside in order to create a very unique shape that sort of defies the logic of Lego, because it's round and Lego is very square, but it creates such a beautiful shape. Here you have a little mushroom guy, and this is actually a kit you can get from Atlanta Brick Co. And then over here you've got a Tuscan Raider head.
And the bottom, it shows the technique really well.
Exactly. You can see the bricks with studs on all sides, and the inside there, creating that nice rounded surface on the outside. And then evolving from that, like a Pokemon, we've got these larger sculptures. Steven, you want to talk about these?
Yeah, so sculpting is one of my favorite things, but a lot of this, unfortunately, is based on numbers. You know, that can be kind of stressful. We'll start with the big guy, the World Serpent. So if you look closely at like his belly, it changes in numbers. You have 2, moves up to 3, 3, continues to 3, moves to 2, and then eventually slides to 1. And then you can come back to 2, and then it moves up to the neck area. So we've got these numbers which are used in patterns to eventually get this nice even shape. You can see it on the side too. You have like 6, and you go to 4, and then you have 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, back to 3, and then you have, I believe it's 6 again, and then you go up to 2.
And the change in numbers creates that cool serpentine look. In other words, it'll be less of an incline here and then a steeper incline here, because we're only using 1 stud per difference in place.
Yeah, it's essentially pixels on a TV. And you want to make sure you're not too straight on a really organic shape like this. If this was a building, it wouldn't make any real difference. But on an animal, especially like this, or even on a tree, this is something you really want to pay attention to. And it goes throughout the whole thing. So on the side, we have 2 plate high, 2 plate high, 2 brick, 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 and then brick. So we have a slanted look that's curved. If it was all bricks, it would be too straight. Or if it was all plates, it would be too straight. And the same is true for the head. We at the very top, we'll use that example. We have 3, which is, you know, whatever, but we have 4, goes down to 2, 2, and then we have a single plate and another single plate, and then it goes even further down. So to keep that nice rounded shape. Now, it can get a little complicated, like for something like this. But the principle all remains. So you want to make sure
stair step, creating that nice slope on his brow,
the top of his head. Yeah,
you got the rounded effect on his back.
Yep, gently does it.
There you go.
The rounded effect on
you have numbers
here
going both directions. You have 2, 1, 1, and then you have a step down from each side, creating that rounded look.
Yeah, everything, and you can use it in the landscape as well. This is very abstract shape, but it's the uniformity. If you want a nice organic look, you have to have a very consistent look, especially on these bricks. You can really see that.
Almost like stair steps.
Basically, yeah, stair steps, and the pixels on an image. Another fun thing is color. So this guy specifically, we have all of the secondary colors.
So I guess this is 4 brick tips.
Oh, 4 brick tips. Yeah.
Pay attention to what colors.
Yeah. Here's a fun tip. This one's for free, kids. So you've got colors, right? You've got purple, green, and then you have orange with the side of blue and pink. But the green and the purple and the orange, those are all secondary colors. They're not the primary red, yellow, and blue. So those go together really well in a creation something like this. Color is really important. Like if you look here, we got the primaries, blue, red, and yellow. So that's how color blocking usually works. But Mark, you have some organization tips, is that right?
Yes. So behind us, you'll see this beautiful Lego storage wall that was in the previous video we did with you guys. Here you can see that we sort our pieces exclusively by color. We're not too concerned with the size of each piece going in there, or even the type of piece. So, and this is a very good technique for efficiency, because when we're done with building a creation or we want to put some pieces away, we simply just say, oh, this piece is orange. It goes right in the orange bin, or it goes in the pink and lavender bin, or it goes in the tan bin.
Or the dark teal, or the gray, or black.
So it means that we can quickly and efficiently take apart something and get it all put away looking nice and clean. There are other ways you can sort your Lego. A lot of people like to sort their Lego by the shape and the type of piece. So instead of having the different size pieces, they would have only the ones of like the 2x2. Or the
No matter what color they were.
No matter what color it was, they would have those sorted by type.
And that would drive me crazy.
It's really great for when you're looking for that one piece, but it's a little bit harder to sort it down when you want to take it down and clean up and get it all looking nice again. And then some people even go to the nth degree, which is by type and by color. But sometimes it's just hard to find that many storage bins to store all your type and color of pieces.
There's a technical term for that. It's called overkill.
But so one way we overcome the downside to the sorting by colors is when you're looking for a specific piece, you can't find it because it's buried in that big bin of yellow, for example. Like say I needed a yellow 2x2 brick for a build that I wanted. I needed that one size of piece, but I don't know where to look. We have this cool table behind you here, Stephen, that say we want to find a piece. Instead of digging through the narrow confines of this bin, we would simply then dump it all out with the walls of the table preventing it spilling out. It's really noisy here. And so now, look, here's a couple 2x2 bricks. And there's a cool armor piece too.
Cool armor piece. You can literally find anything by just spreading it out.
So here's the piece I was describing, but now we also have the opportunity to take many pieces that are like it that can go with it. For example, a 2x3 or a 2x6 if we needed to fill in a little bit more. So we like to use the sort by color and then have a nice place to let that disorganization flow, but not in a way that will be hard to get off the floor.
Yeah, this really helps with looking for the piece, because that's everyone's biggest complaint about sorting with Lego.
By color.
Yeah, sorting by color is you can't find one specific piece, but this really overcomes that. Plus, this can also help you find a better piece that you wouldn't have thought of. So it can really help let the build kind of build itself.
Yeah.
So you don't, maybe you're looking for a part and you find something better.
It allows you to be more creative. And then for the final cleanup, we have the scooper here. So if you have a nice table like this, you can just quickly get those pieces put away. So you're not spending minutes trying to clean up each individual piece by hand. So that way we've gone to really industrial levels with finding and putting away pieces in a quick amount of time. Yeah, that was Brick Tips and Organization with Mark and Steven.